Hello, friends. Welcome to the Bible Hour. This is your host, Dr. John David Howe. Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast. Today, we're going to take a look at a new Bible that I just added to my collection, and this is from Church Bible Publishers. Church Bible Publishers is a local church ministry located in Michigan. That's their information if you'd like to find out more about them. I invite you to check out their website or give them a call. On the back side here, we find out just a little bit more information about their ministry. And so I do hope that you'll check them out. With this Bible, they did send a nice little brochure that gives a brief history of their ministry. And then it also gives a breakdown of the various Bibles that they have to offer. And of course, this is a local church ministry, not a business. And so I do invite you to check them out, and hopefully you might find something on there that you like. Now, what we're looking at today is their Notetakers Bible. And the Notetakers Bible is not new. It's been around for several years. However, recently, they've upped their game somewhat as far as offering a more premium leather than what they've had in the past. And that's their new Water Buffalo series. And this is in partnership with AA Leather, which I believe is in Texas. And so this is the Black Licorice Notetakers Bible. And so they have the cranberry water buffalo. They have the milk chocolate water buffalo. I think they've even added a vanilla water buffalo. But this is what they call the Black Licorice edition. And so that's what we'll be reviewing today. Now, as you can see, it comes in this nice decorative box. And so if you would like to give this as a gift to someone, this certainly makes a very nice presentation if you would like to give this as a gift. Here at the bottom, we see that it says the 400 P1BK Notetakers Water Buffalo. And that BK, of course, stands for black. And so as we open this up, we see the Bible itself. And so let's go ahead and take it out of its box here. As you can see, I went ahead and had my name added at the bottom. That is an additional $10 charge. I think it's well worth it if you intend to use this Bible for yourself. And so at any rate, they did a really good job on that. Now, as we look at the Bible, we can see the texture and the grain and the leather. It really comes across really well here. And so this is a very thick piece of leather. I'm not sure if that comes across on camera or not, but this is among the thickest Bible leathers that I believe I've seen. And it feels really, really nice in the hand. Now, what's nice about this also is that it is leather lined. If you have a church Bible publisher Bible, quite likely you have one with a synthetic liner. And those are nice, they're durable, very glossy. But they've really stepped up their game here with this calfskin liner on the inside. And so it looks really, really good. If you come to the back of the Bible, you can see here that it says Genuine AA Leather Water Buffalo. And so that's the stamp from AA Leather. And so there's no stamping on the front as far as Holy Bible, so it is a blank front. When we come to the spine, we see that it says Holy Bible, Authorized King James, and then CBP for Church Bible Publishers. It does have raised hubs. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raised hubs, and so that certainly adds to the nice aesthetic, of the Bible. The premium Bible publishers have all started putting raised hubs on their editions, and it really does add something to the appearance and the feel of the Bible as you hold it in your hands. And so at the top, we see that there are 3 ribbon markers. These are nice satin ribbon markers. They're 3/8 inch, I believe, and they're also quite long. Sometimes Bibles have ribbon markers that are too short. This one definitely has very long ribbon markers, which I like. It's got a black and gold headband, and then a black and gold tailband. And then, as you can see, it's got gold gilding. This is not art gilding like an R.L. Allen Bible or a Cambridge Bible or a Schuyler Bible, but it has very nice gold gilding here. And as far as gilding goes, really Church Bible Publishers is second to none. They really do a fantastic job with that. And so that's what the Bible looks like as far as the outside. Let's go ahead and open it up. The first thing we notice is that this Bible is edge-lined. And so that just adds to the integrity of the binding and makes it more durable. These two pages that are glued together are supposed to be that way, so please do not tear those apart if you get one of these. After that, we have like four pages, actually three pages, no, it is four, I'm sorry, 4 pages of white cardstock paper as far as writing notes. Then we have a Bible presentation page. We have a family record page, children, marriages, grandchildren, and then finally deaths. And then we come to the title page, the Holy Bible containing the Old and New Testaments, translated out of the original tongues and with the former translations diligently compared and revised by His Majesty's special command. Appointed to be read in churches, the text conformable to that of the edition of 1611, commonly known as the Authorized or King James Bible. Then we have the Church Bible Publishers logo, their website, and then the product information followed by their phone number. Now afterwards, we have the translators to the reader. This was included in the original 1611 King James Bible. Quite often, it is not included in modern editions of the KJV, but it was in the original 1611. And basically, this was the philosophers giving... the translators giving their philosophy as far as translation technique and so forth. And so it's a very interesting read. If you've never read that, I definitely encourage you to do that. And then after that, we have what's called the Epistle Dedicatory. The Epistle Dedicatory was written by Dr. Miles Smith. Miles Smith was one of the King James translators, and he was also one of the final editors that was responsible for the presentation to the king and then ultimately its publication in 1611. And so this is written by him. Most high-quality King James Bibles are always going to have the Epistle Dedicatory. After that, you have the table of contents as far as the books of the Bible, the Old and New Testament, chronologically as they appear in Scripture. And then after that, you have the same list of books of the Bible alphabetically with their page numbers as well. And then you get right into the text itself. And as you can see, this is a single column Bible. So it's not dual column like most Bibles. It is a black letter text. And so when you get to the New Testament, the words of Christ are not in red. This is a verse by verse format. And so it does not have paragraphs. If you look at verse 6 there, you'll see a paragraph mark. And so that's how you know when the new paragraph starts in the King James text. And then this is an 11-point font. And so this is a very, very readable font. I can read this easily without my glasses. And as I get older, it's harder and harder to read books without glasses. But this font at 11 point is large enough that I can read this without my glasses. If you have a long primer by R.L. Allen, or if you have a turquoise by Cambridge, you'll find that the size of the font here is comparable to either of those two Bibles. And so the fonts are not exactly alike. This is probably closer to the long primer than it is the turquoise as far as the style of the font. But with regards to size, it's very comparable as far as the size. And so, but as you can see, this is a very, very readable font. And so for those of you who are preachers or teachers, and you're looking for a Bible that you can read from the pulpit without having to use your glasses, this might be one for you. Now, as you can see here, this Bible has no references at all. This is straight King James text. So there are no footnotes, there are no, obviously no center column references, but no references of any kind. There are no study helps, there are no study aids. There are maps in the back. We'll take a look at those in just a couple minutes. But nevertheless, this is just a straight King James Bible with no other helps. And so some people are going to like that, purists who do not want the clutter of the comments of men. On the other hand, there are those who prefer a study Bible, whether it's a Schofield system or a Thompson Chain reference or a Common Man reference Bible or a Ruckman reference Bible. Many like those additional study notes and footnotes and references and things like that. This Bible does not have those. Now, what it does have is 2.5-inch margins where you can write your own notes. And so if you're looking for somewhere to write sermon outlines, Sunday school lessons, and the like, this is definitely the Bible for you if you want to do something like that. And so that's what I intend on doing with it, is just taking some sermon outlines and some Bible study notes and just putting this together to make it kind of like a personal study Bible of sorts. And so, but as you can see, just tons and tons of room for notes with a very, very readable text. Now, as you can see, as I've flipped through the New Testament, this is indeed a black letter edition. As we come to the end of the Bible and come to the end of the Scripture, let's look at Revelation chapter 22. Here's where the Bible ends, of course. And after the Scripture text, you have 3 pages of blank note paper. This is not lined, it's just regular blank note paper. And so you can put your notes there. Afterwards, you have the full-color Bible maps. These are Cambridge Bible maps, and this is pretty standard for church Bible publishers as far as their maps. These are printed on a very heavy cardstock paper. It's like a matte finish, not a gloss finish, and so it's very nice. These are good maps. Afterwards, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 blank cardstock pages that once again you can use for more notes. So when you consider the cardstock pages at the beginning of the Bible, the cardstock pages at the back of the Bible, and then these extremely wide margins, this Bible has probably more room for notes than you will use. And so if you look at this, it's definitely a tremendous Bible for personal study and devotional thoughts. And so from that standpoint, it's definitely a good Bible to think about. The only flaw that I find with this Bible is its paper. It's not bad paper. As a matter of fact, it's good paper. It's just not as good of paper as if you get a Cambridge Bible or if you get an R.L. Allen Bible or a Schuyler Bible. Those publishers, they use the most premium papers for their Bibles, but they also have a much higher cost. And so I think one of the reasons that Church Bible Publishers doesn't use a higher grade paper is it would probably add to the cost. And so basically, they're selling these Bibles at cost because they are a ministry, a local church ministry versus a business. And so I suppose if they used a higher grade of paper, it would add to the cost. And so the paper's not bad. It's certainly good enough for taking notes. I've only taken a few notes so far. Let me show you what I did in John chapter 16. That's where I preached last night. I didn't preach with this Bible, but today I was going back and adding some highlights and so forth. And so I used a yellow Pigma brush to highlight, and then I used a micro pigment pen with a ruler to underline. And so as you can see, that looks really, really good. Now, when we turn the page, we'll see that there's not much evidence of a bleed through. You can probably see right there in the center, if I bring it in close, you can see a little bit of bleed through, but not very much. And if you're careful and gentle, you're not going to have to worry about too much of a problem as far as bleed through. And so, but there it is. That is the Church Bible Publishers Notetakers in the black licorice water buffalo. Again, this is their information. If you'd like to reach out to them, check out their website or give them a call. I know that they would love to hear from you. And, again, they've just done a wonderful job with this. Their Bibles are really good Bibles. I've purchased several Bibles from them before, and I've always been very pleased, with their products. And so I hope this video has been a blessing to you. And so thank you for watching. Have a great day, and may the Lord bless you and keep you and cause his face to shine upon you until we meet again, my dearly beloved. God bless you.